What's up, Internet? Current 1776 here, up under my shelter, in front of my garage door. It's supposed to start raining today, and I just don't want to deal with my camera gear getting all wet. Sorry, not very visually appealing behind me, but hey, you are watching me on video. That's not visually appealing either. I digress. And I have no idea what digress means. That's just what people say on video, so I'm just saying what they say because they sound like they're smart. But anyway, we're here for the mission video, right? So here we go, mission 98. Yeehaw, Battlbox. Let's break on into this thing before the rain gets here and messes all the audio up. So we got our mission brief right here from mission 98. Tells you everything in basic, advanced, pro, and pro plus, and everything in between. Got all kind of cool information in here, some QR codes that you can scan to take you to articles and different things, so be sure to check that out. Don't just toss this thing aside. It's got information in there. It might answer some questions you have about the stuff that you're receiving, so check it out. It takes a lot of work to do that, okay? And it looks good. It's nice. It's pretty. So we're going to start off with the basic box. We got 1, 2, 3 items in basic this month, one of which is a customer recommended item, and another of which is a staff recommended item. Yeehaw. So first up is a staff recommended item. It is the Battlbox custom wallet. So many years ago, we sent out a wallet very much like this, and it was a big hit. Everybody liked it. It's a nice slimline EDC minimalistic type wallet. You got your silica gel in there. Do not eat that. Don't eat it. So the Battlbox staff member that recommended this item to be in the box is Patrick Kelly. He's the COO, Chief Operating Officer, and he's pretty much in charge of, well, many things. We all wear many hats, but he mainly is in charge of the warehouse and the shipping location where we ship out, where we pack and ship out the boxes. So he oversees all that and does an excellent job. He's been doing it since day one. He is an original founder of the company, and yeah, just absolute freaking awesome dude with love for this wallet right here. He absolutely loves it. One of the main reasons why he recommended it was because his is at this point completely freaking destroyed, right? I mean, we all know wallets kind of have a shelf life, right? Many of us have been carried in the same wallet for years, and they're duct taped together and everything else, and you know, it's time for a new one. He's like, hey man, I'm ready for a new wallet. So that's what we got here. The minimalistic leather Battlbox EDC wallet right here. And if you read the text in the mission brief right here, there's a message directly from Patrick why he enjoys this wallet, how he uses it, etc., etc. But as you can see here, it is a genuine leather wallet. It has the Battlbox logo stamped in the leather right there, and then on the money clip side, it has the Battlbox logo as well. Really nice magnet right there. We've got 2 sleeves on this side for, you know, cards and ID, etc., and 1, 2, 3, 4 slots here on the other side. Really good stitching, feels great. It's going to patina very well. The chickens like it. I don't know if you can hear them. I think she just laid an egg. That's the hey, I just laid an egg sound. Very nice wallet, very slim, and typically, you know, you wear these in your front pockets or whatever. I, for years, used, you know, the old school tri-fold wallets. Will you hush? Okay, you laid an egg. Congratulations, thank you. So as you can see, slim, compact, really good for putting in your front pockets, which I've been doing for years now. I've used my wallets in my front pocket now. In the past, I had, you know, the tri-fold wallet that had freaking everything and the kitchen sink in it. It was about that daggone thick, wearing it in my back pocket, sitting on it, and it's not good for you, right? Number one, it's just you pack it full of crap that you don't need to have in there, right? So put your ID in here, you know, your most used cards if you carry credit cards. Keep your cash here in the magnetic money clip. It's nice and compact. Wear it in your front pocket. Less apt to get pickpocketed having this stuff in your front pocket. And it's just a really cool leather wallet to add to your EDC. So that is the first item in Mission 98, recommended by Patrick Kelly, COO of Battlbox. Right there, the Battlbox wallet. We'll put this sleeve back on it because it's pretty freaking cool. So the second item in the basic box is recommended by Anthony G. He is a subscriber and he's from Lake St. Louis, Missouri. He actually recommended an item last month, so he's on a roll. But we've got something here that I've used and I really enjoyed it and I can't wait to use it even more. It is the Revel Gear Trailhound camping lights right here. Check that out. So give you a better look here of the box. So it's a 30-foot long USB camping light. This thing is so cool. Number one, the reason why I really enjoy it is because it is stupid lightweight and doesn't take up any space at all in your pack. So if you're an ultralight camper or hiker, if you think about ounces turn into pounds, you're going to really enjoy this light right here. So as you can see here, it is very small. It is very lightweight. This is not going to take up any space at all in your pack. I mean, you get 30 foot, right? So you can string this up around camp. You know, if you've got a canopy, you know, and you're kind of like car camping and you got a canopy set up or whatever, you can string this around your canopy. You can string it around your campsite. You can put this on your ridge line of your hammock systems, put it, you know, the ridge line of your tarp shelters, anything like that, and it gives you nice ambient light all over your camp if you want to string it out the full 30 feet. It's a copper, it's like a 2-strand copper twisted wire that's obviously 30 foot long, and it has 100 LEDs on it. And these LEDs are dimmable, and there's also different modes for, you can have them strobe, you can have them flash in different speeds, all kind of like just cool, like, I don't know, best way I can describe it is like Christmas light modes, right? And this is a warm white light. They sell some that have multicolor, greens, all kind of different colors. We went with the warm white here. So I'm gonna take this solar charging power bank that we sent in the previous box, plug that dude in there. So you got your plus minus button here in the middle. We're gonna press that and it's gonna turn on the light there. And as you can see, you see all the little LEDs all strung up in there. I'm not gonna pull this completely out right now because it's just gonna be an absolute, you know, freaking nightmare on video to show you. So I'll show a clip of it in the wild, if you will. Basically, you string this out and you've got light, right? So you hit your plus and minus. If you push and keep pushing it, it will dim down several times. Let's see, that's high, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We'll go down 7 on going down and dimming, and then the 8th takes it back up to full brightness. So then we have here these 3 little dots. You hit those 3 little dots and it changes different modes. So we got flashing, we've got a slow flash. Let's see, we've got a very poppy flash with a pause in between. I'm coming up with descriptions. You've got kind of a pulse mode. So it's pulsing. You got a little bit, you know, a little bit more even pulse up and down there. Flashing. And slower flashing. So that's your modes. Really cool light right here. Kind of sets the mood in camp and provides, you know, ample light without it being blinding or whatever. So you can string this up on a perimeter of your camp and have a nice, even, warm white light in camp that's not blinding, you know, crazy light or whatever. And then you can, you know, you're having a party, man. You can strobe these things out, give it a little bit of rock and roll. You know? So, I think it's a really cool product. It's a lot of fun. What I did with mine to kind of help make it be a little bit more manageable in my pack is, and you can use a toilet paper roll or anything like that, but I took this Fox Edge box that I have here, and I just wrapped it around this Fox Edge box. And to me, it's just a little easier than trying to get it back into a neat roll like this. Obviously, it's doable. I just thought it was quicker and easier to put it around like a box, or a toilet paper roll probably would be better. But this is what I had laying around, and it's worked great. I can easily take this out and run it out and don't have to worry about tangling or anything like that. And then when I'm ready to pack up, it's very quick and easy for me to just wrap it around that little box right there. And then I got it, I'm ready to rock and roll. So that is the second item recommended by Anthony G, the Revel Gear Trailhound camping lights. So the third item in the basic box is water filtration. Y'all know how I feel about fire, and y'all know how I feel about water filtration. Yes, I say water. I'm from the South, okay? Water, I'm talking about H2O. So this right here is a really cool product. It's a twofer product right here. It is the OTS Osmotic Water Filters 2-pack. So water drop here is a water filter and purifier that you can use with fresh and brackish water. And then also in the package is the seal, which will do salt water. Yes, salt water. So I did a video a while back. Yeah, that's salty water. Wow. Pour it in.
Here we go.
Did it work? You gotta be kidding me. Over at my cousin's house, he's into saltwater reef aquariums. So he's got a fairly elaborate saltwater system. He makes his own saltwater, RO water, and deionized water. Like, he's got all these souped up filters and all these souped up ways to really have like the perfect saltwater environment for his reef tank. He's got the equipment to test salinity, so that's where we're gonna go test this stuff out, because I'm not a scientist and I didn't want to drive all the way to the beach and just say, yeah, I don't taste any salt. Like, I wanted to try to prove that it actually worked. He had a refractometer or whatever. You put a drop of salt water in there, or any water, and you can look through it and it'll tell you the salinity level of the water. So check that video out. I'll show you some clips of it here, but to prove, you know, that this product works right here. But it absolutely 100% worked. It removed the salt out of the salt water, and it was drinkable. A lot of people ask me in my videos where I'm showing water filters, like, will it do salt water? Will it do salt water? No, it won't do salt water. This will, 100%. This right here will do it. And then on the other side, we've got, and you can use this in fresh water too, but the purple, the grape flavor one is designed for salt water. As you can see here on the package, it says for use in salt or fresh water. If you're using it with salt water, it will yield about a quarter of a liter. If you're using it in fresh water, it'll yield 0.45, or just less than half a liter in fresh water. The other side here is orange flavor, so it's for use in fresh or brackish water. Brackish water is kind of a mixture of fresh water and salt water. So think about where freshwater rivers meet salt water, be it like into a sound or whatever, where that mixing takes place is considered brackish water. So where salt water, fresh water meet together, that's considered brackish water. So this will work in brackish water or fresh water, but will not work in full-blown salt water, okay? And it will yield, let's see, about 2.7 fluid ounces of water. So the way you use this is you drop the pouch in water. It could take up to 6 hours for it to completely fill up with water and stop, you know, going through its osmosis process of cleaning up the water and purifying it. So this is a device that you would use in the case that, you know, you're gonna stay put for a while. You found yourself a water source and you're gonna make camp nearby, you're gonna be there a while, you need water, you don't have any other way of getting it, and you drop this into your water source and give it a few hours. I've tested it and it made plenty of water in 3 hours. I've not tested it at the full 6 to see if there's any real big difference, but I mean, I'm throwing this thing in this mud hole over here behind the shop, and it filtered it, I drank it, and I'm still here. I'm perfectly fine. It works great, but this is not a instant deal, right? It's not like you can filter it right then and there and consume the water. This does take time, so it is a product that you would have in your kit for last ditch effort where you found a water source. You're going to be there a while. You're not planning on going anywhere. Maybe it's a search and rescue situation where you want to stay put and not be moving around because people are searching for you, but you found a water source. You can throw this in that water source, give it a few hours, and have nice, fresh, clean drinking water. It will taste somewhat like a dumbed down Gatorade, or what it really tastes like to me, especially the saltwater one, it tastes like those icy pops that you cut the top off of, and people typically cut the sides of their mouths with when they're eating it or whatever in the summertime. It tastes like that. It's got that's what the grape one 100% tastes like to me. It tastes like a grape icy pop. The orange kind of tastes like a little bit watered down orange Gatorade. So really good stuff, works great. If I'm doing my math right, these things have a 7/10,000th micron membrane on the outside. So it cleans up obviously any heavy debris and stuff like that, but bacteria, the whole 9 yards. Everything that a water filter and purifier does, it does this right here. Let me open this up, kind of show you what it looks like. So you get some straws in there. You get a little toothpick to help puncture it, so you don't have to sit there and try to stab it with your straw. You can take this toothpick and puncture a hole in there before consuming. But that's what we got right there. So there's your fresh brackish. Here's your salt and or fresh water packet right here. Microscopic holes in there, and the water permeates into the pouch, and it cleans it and purifies it. So you drink it like a Capri Sun. Pretty freaking cool. One thing I recommend for folks, like if you're somebody that goes like out in the ocean a lot, fishing or whatever, or riding around in boats, or like people down in South Florida and different places in Florida, they go and have these big parties out on the sandbars and stuff like that. Obviously they got plenty of beverages when they're doing that. But let's just say, for instance, you're in a situation, in a saltwater fishing trip where you get stranded and you run out of water. Now you got to figure out how to desalinate water to stay alive while you're being searched for. Keep several of these on your boat. The second something like that happens, fill up a bucket full of water and drop some of these in there and let them do their thing while you're using the water supply that you already have, so that if in the event you run out of fresh water that you already have on the boat, you got these things that will sustain you while you're being searched for, right? So that is the third and final item in the basic box. So now it's time for the advanced box, and in the advanced box we got kind of a two-part item from Wooks. It's the Wooks Axe Brush Sharpening Stone. This thing's really cool. So we got our brush and we got our sharpening stone. You open that dude up, it's wrapped up in plastic. So when it comes to your large cutting tools such as axes, hatchets, even some machetes, things like that, rather decent size cutting utensils, a lot of them get really, really dull, and people don't have the proper way to sharpen these things, especially out in the field. So this sharpening stone here from Wooks is perfect for that, and it's covered up in plastic as well. The thing's souped up, protected. In this tin, you have your whetstone. So it's got Wooks right here on the top, which go ahead and tell you that's going to wear off as you use it, because this is a consumable. Over time, this will wear down. But you've got two parts here. You've got your fine grit, and then you got a rougher grit here on this side. This whetstone puck right here is made of premium American sapphire ceramic, and it does not take very much effort to put a really good edge on your larger blades, such as your hatchets and your axes, etc. So you want to wet this down, kind of let it soak for a little bit, wet it down, and then you can use this to very safely be able to sharpen your larger items. And you can use your fine to really get that polished off, get it good to go. Whetstones are great, and these puck style things are freaking perfect for your larger blades. And this is a really nice, high quality puck right here that comes in a nice case that you can keep it in your pack, keep it with your gear that you use out in the field. Because, I mean, let's face it, dull blades, whether it's an axe or freaking pocket knife, it doesn't matter. Dull blades are far more dangerous than sharp blades. A sharp blade's going to cut true, it's going to cut the way it's supposed to with minimal effort. And when things are dull and you're cranking down on something, that's when accidents happen and you end up slipping or something happens and it finally cuts through, and then you end up cutting yourself or, you know, damaging something. So this also works great for your regular knives, your pocket knives and things like that, but obviously more preferred and more useful when it comes to your axes and stuff like that. So you can hold this in your hand with a great grip, sharpen those dudes down, get them properly sharp and ready to do work. And again, this side is your fine grit, so this is going to help kind of polish down your final edge of your blades. And this right here is a medium grit. It's not a heavy grit, but it is a medium grit. This is going to help remove a little bit more material and get those deep scratches and get those burrs and those stuff like that nice and smoothed out, so you can finish it off with your fine grit side here. And keep this wet. You want to keep it nice and wet. Get that slurry going, that's what they call it, going on there. It kind of helps you see your angle and how you're doing it. And also it lets you know how much material you're actually removing from your blade. Here we have our Woox brush, and what this brush is designed for and what it's in the kit for is, this is to help you clean off any heavy debris, dirt and stuff like that off of your gear, especially your axes and stuff like that, before you go to sharpen them. And get all the grit, get all the any loose dirt and stuff like that off of your axes, off of your blades before cleaning, but also for anything else in your gear. So this is a great thing to use to brush off and clean off your wax canvas gear. If you get that stuff dirty or whatever, you can take this and brush that out. It'll get down in the fibers and help bust out any dirt that's in your wax canvas backpacks, rifle stocks, whatever. It's not going to scratch or mar any metal surfaces. It's a nice soft bristle, but it does have some rigidity there, so you can really get down into tight spots and clean your gear off. And it's just a great product from Woox. Very quality craftsmanship when it comes to their wood stuff, obviously, because I mean that's kind of how they started, right? They did, and they still do, but they were craftsmen with wood. A lot of rifle stocks and stuff from many manufacturers is actually made by Woox, because they kind of got the stranglehold on wood products and manufacturing wood products. So this is a very nice brush right here. Very well made, really nice, and great for keeping your gear clean and cleaning your blades and your axes and your mauls and stuff like that before you go to sharpening them. So that is the Woox Axe Brush Sharpening Stone Kit right there, the advanced box. Gotta get that debris off. Get all that debris off before you go to sharpening things, because then you end up getting dirt and stuff clogged up in this, and then this doesn't work as well. So you need to clean those items off real good before you use your sharpening stones. Pro Box, we've got a really cool knife kit, if you will. This is from Dead Fish. It's called the German, and I'm gonna try to pronounce this right, Kiritsuk Duo. Kiritsuk, I guess. K-I-R-I-T-S-U-K-E, Kiritsuk. So this thing right here is a thing of beauty right here. This is nice. If you're into camp cooking, right? There's tons of videos out there, as you can see on Instagram, guys out there, cooking on rocks and cooking by the creek or whatever, kind of somewhat bushcraft style, but a little bit nicer, like they're cutting, vegetables and meats and stuff with these really cool knives and got these nice setups and everything. If you're into that, Or if you just want to be the guy that's got the best camp cooking knife in camp, this right here is the blade for you. Not only is it a knife, but it is a really nice cutting board as well. So it's a case for your knife, and it's a cutting board. Look at that dude right there. Thing is freaking nice right there. And as you can see, we got hinges on this side. So let's hinge this thing open. Have a look-see. Oh, look at that. That's freaking nice. All right, so what we have here is a 7-inch chef-grade German steel Kuritzuk, I guess I'm saying that right, knife. Nice wooden handle. I mean, freaking gorgeous. And then you see you got these feet here. This is magnetic, so the knife, you know, stays put when it's in there due to magnets. It stays closed due to these magnets. And then we've got these feet here. So you flip this dude over, now you got your cutting board right there. How freaking nice is that? Heck yeah. It's a beautiful knife right there. Got that Damascus going on. I mean, it's just absolutely gorgeous. And it's stupid sharp. So now you can have not only a high quality camp chef knife right here, but also a high quality cooking board that you can set out by the campfire while you're cutting your vegetables or cutting up your meat or whatever to throw in your pot while you're cooking at camp. So really cool deal right there. Beautiful knife with an awesome cutting board that also doubles as your carrying case or carrying box, if you will, for your knife. So that is really, really cool right there. I really dig that. That's some gun is bad at the bone too. And the rain is here. I knew it was gonna do that. I would be so pissed off right now if I was out there in the woods to this point and then it started raining. That's a really cool deal right there. I love it. I think that's great. That is your Pro Box item from Dead Fish. The German Kuritzuk cutting board box knife. Yeehaw. It's freaking awesome. So now it's Pro Plus box time. Out here in the rain. This is a really interesting knife right here. We've never done anything quite like this before in the box. But what we have here is called the Razorback folder. It's right here in this box. The Razorback folder. Bam, right there. So if you've followed the blade industry, and especially the EDC blade industry for any time now, you know all the different designs of utility blade type knives out there. A lot of them are really cool. A lot of them only do one thing. They're basically just a box cutter, right? And I know for me, I open up a lot of boxes. Sometimes I have a pretty decent, you know, nice knife on me. Like I've got a Spyderco here on me now that I've been using. I've been cutting these boxes open. And you just get that freaking crappy tape glue and tape residue all over your blades and stuff like that. So typically, especially in the EDC world, and especially people that open a lot of boxes at work or whatever, they keep a utility knife on them or some sort of, you know, box cutter type blade knife. Well, this thing takes all that kind of up a few notches. So this is a silica gel pack. Don't eat that. You can see here we've got a carrying case that you can put on your belt. We got a sleeve back here that this little package goes in. You get 2 of these. We'll go over those here in a minute. And then we have the Razorback folding knife itself. So it also has a clip here in case you don't want to use the carrying case on your belt, which some people don't like carrying stuff on their side on their belts or whatever. So you do have the option of just putting this in your pocket just like any other pocket knife. But that's a really cool looking utility knife right there. So as you can see with this blade here, it resembles just a normal typical, you know, pocket knife design, you know, with that kind of drop point blade right there. You can replace the blades in this, and it's obviously razor sharp because it's literally a freaking razor blade, right? You know, I mean, it's not a flipper or anything like that. You're not going to throw them, and it's not designed for that. This is a working utility knife right here. So we've got that blade there. So in these packages here, we open this up and you've got an assortment of blades in here. You've got your typical, utility blade, box cutter type blades. You've got a strap cutter, gut hook type blade. You've got another drop point blade. You got a Tonto blade. You got a scraper type blade. You got a serrated drop point. Just a really nice assortment of blades. But you got another package which also has more blades. So we've got more utility blades, another strap cutter gut hook blade, and another drop point blade. All of which obviously go into these blade holders that you can conveniently keep in your pocket, or if you're going to use your pouch here, you can slide it in the back of the pouch and you've always got some blades with you. And you can fit more than what's in there. And then obviously you can, if you use a lot of the box cutter blades, you can put those, in these as well. And this right here is a first release design with the Battlbox subscribers. So Battlbox subscribers are the very first to get these. We met the designer and the owner of this, Tucker, last time Richard Toms and I was in Utah. Richard Toms works for Battlbox. He's a CFO, and he helps with the procurement and finding products and stuff like that. Really great guy. He absolutely loves this knife. He's been carrying this thing for several months. He obviously goes through a lot of boxes as well, and he absolutely loves it. Like he can't quit talking about this knife. He really enjoys the utility blade type knives. And for matter of fact, at Cowden Plantation, when we've done our deer hunting, he actually used the strap cutter and gut hook while we were out at Cowden hunting, and it worked great. It worked absolutely great, and it was kind of cool to see. Some of these utility knives on the market like this, they're a little bit tough to change out blades on sometimes. A lot of people, get in little predicaments with them. This design is very nice because it doesn't take a whole lot of understanding to get these blades out. As you can see, that one just literally fell out. So some out there on the market are a little bit sketchy. I mean, this one, you can literally drop it straight out and don't have to worry about you sitting there fumbling with it trying to freaking get it to come out, and you can't get it out and you end up cutting yourself by accident. So really cool design. The way this works, as you can see when I push this down, that top part opens up or comes out straight out and pulls out. So as you can see, it locks into there, down into this groove, so that it has a nice positive connection. That is the Pro Plus, the Razorback Folder utility knife. It's built well, it's solid. It has the looks of a typical pocket knife without that utility knife look to it, but you have an assortment of blades there and endless opportunities, right? Always can just, you can buy freaking huge packets of these things. You always have blades on you, and you can keep them with you in this here pouch. So again, to clarify, you get the knife itself, you get 2 drop point blades, 1 drop point with serration, a Tonto, seatbelt cutter, gut hook, scraper blade, and 3 just typical standard utility blades. And then you also get another drop point, seatbelt cutter, and 3 more standard utility blades. So you got plenty to get started, figure out what blades you like the best, and then you can go from there. So lots of versatility, lots of uses, and whether you're hunting, fishing, opening boxes at work, just doing general cutting tasks, there's a blade in here that'll go in this quickly, easily, and safely that you can use. So, and you always got it handy with your nylon sheath right here if you choose to do that, or just clip it in your pocket just like any other pocket knife. Yeehaw. So that's your Pro Plus Razorback Folder right there from Tucker. It's freaking awesome. And the rain quit. I dig that too. So that's Mission 98 of Battlbox, folks. Very well-rounded box this month. We got EDC gear, we've got camp comfort, we got survival when it comes to the water filtration stuff, maintenance, camp cooking, the whole nine. So let's do a quick recap. For EDC, we've got this minimalist leather Battlbox wallet right here. Really cool wallet with the money clip, great for putting in your front pocket and being a little more organized with your everyday carry when it comes to your wallet selections and stuff like that. Great wallet. We did that wallet several years ago and it was a big hit, and believe it or not, I still see people when I go to different shows and stuff like that that've been subscribers for a long time show me their original Battlbox wallet. And some of them look pretty rough, so it's time for a new one. So, from Revel Gear, we got the 30-foot USB camping light right here, which was customer recommended. Awesome piece of kit right there. Lightweight, it only weighs like 1.5 ounces or something like that, like a stupid light. It puts off an awfully good amount of ambient light when you're in camp or tailgating or whatever. I mean, you just string this thing up however you want. Copper wire, you can wrap it around things, it stays put. It's a great freaking ambient light source right there and a lot of fun. And then we've got the water drop and the seal water filtration systems right here. Obviously, it takes some time for it to work because it uses reverse osmosis to do its job, but great for if you're going to stay put for a while or you found a water source and heck, freaking worked in a mud hole. I mean, that's not ideal, right? But you know, survival situation, gotta do what you gotta do. And then the seal, the purple one there, freaking works with salt water. Remove the salt and make the salt water drinkable. It's freaking crazy. It absolutely works. I'll have a link to the video in the description where you can see that work because I couldn't believe it. When I first got it, I was like, okay, I've got to test this because salt water is a very difficult subject. So it absolutely works. So there you go with your salt water and your fresh brackish water water filters. We've got the Whoops brush and Camp Axe or Hatchet whetstone right here, puck. Great quality, very well made, and it's something you got to do. You need to keep maintenance up with your larger cutting items, and using a puck is really the way to go, especially when you're out in the field and you don't have access to any sort of power tools or anything to sharpen those types of blades. This puck right here gets the job done, and you know, it's kind of therapeutic sitting there and sharpening by hand your axes and your hatchets and machetes and all. And then you got the brush here to clean off any debris off of those types of items or any of your other gear, hunting gear, packs, whatever, canvas gear. That works really good for cleaning off those types of items. We got the dead fish. I can't pronounce it. Kuritsuk Camp Chef knife kit right there. So you got your cutting board, also doubles as your storage case for the blade. Beautiful blade, very well made, high quality wood, and it just performs like a beast in camp and freaking looks cool. It absolutely looks cool. Hey, this is a beautiful thing just to use in your home, to add it to your kitchen at home if need be. But go outside, use this in the wild, break out your cutting board, cut your vegetables and your meats on there and make yourself a good meal over the campfire. And then we got the Razorback folder right here, utility blade. Freaking awesome workhorse utility blade. You got your nylon sheath or pouch right there so you can keep it handy on your side with extra blades, or you can wear it in your pocket, and you've got a multitude of different types of blades that you can use. And obviously it can use your standard utility blade that you could buy at your, any big box store, Home Depot or hardware store. You can buy them by the dozens, right? And those work in this as well, but it's got a real pocket knife design to it. It's easy to change the blades. You can always, have a stupid razor sharp blade because you can just swap the blade out to a new razor. So as always, I appreciate you guys watching. If you want to find out more about Battlbox, if you're new here, if this is the first video you've ever seen, if you want to find out more, you can go to battlbox.com, battlbox.com. You can go to the What's in the Box page. You can see every mission from Mission 98 all the way down to Mission 1 and watch the videos and look and see what came in the boxes and give you an idea of kind of how things work. Got one more month to go and then we're getting into Mission 100 month. So looking really forward to that. So I appreciate you guys watching. Be sure to like, comment Down below, hit the subscribe button if you're not a subscriber, the bell icon if you want to be notified when we post new videos. And yeah, Mission 99 coming next month. Looking forward to that just as much as I am Mission 100. Mission 100 is going to be great, though. I'm just saying. Love you guys. Mean it. We'll see you next month with Mission 99. And hopefully not with rain and clouds and stuff, and not in front of this white door, because I know that's probably pretty freaking distracting for you guys. So y'all get outdoors, use your gear, have fun with that light right there, though. For real, get out there, use that thing. That thing's freaking sweet.
Yeah, I'm gonna start these tires.